Since 1972, marijuana has been classified as Schedule I of the Controlled Substance Act. The U.S. Congress placed marijuana under the classification because it was considered to have no accepted medical usage. However, 15 of the 50 states, plus D.C., have legalized the usage of medical marijuana. Here's a picture of the states that have legalized medical marijuana. The states in the green are legal, the states in the gray are not. With so many states choosing to ignore the Congress's decision, it's clear that there is something more to be said about using marijuana for medicinal purposes. While some people are not directly affected by medicinal marijuana being illegal, there are many people who are. While working in home health care, I've come across many instances where I have stopped and questioned the severity of legalizing marijuana for medical purposes. As I researched, I was shocked by the advantages of medical marijuana. First, I'm going to compare and contrast marijuana to alcohol and cigarettes. It's important to think about what opponents of legalizing medical marijuana argue. They say that it's addictive, a gateway to harder drugs, injures the lungs, brain, and immune system, and impairs driving ability. However, if those are components that make something illegal, how is it fair that alcohol and cigarettes are legal? Both cigarettes and alcohol have been proven to be addictive and harmful to the body. In fact, marijuana is far less toxic and addictive than alcohol. Alcohol is often connected to more aggressive or reckless behaviors, violent acts, sexual assaults, serious injury, and more emergency room visits. Now we're going to look at the positive benefits marijuana can have if used for medical purposes. In response to California's Prop 215, the Institute of Medicine issued a report that examined potential therapeutic uses for marijuana. The report found that scientific data indicate the potential therapeutic value of drugs, primarily THC, for pain relief, control of nausea, vomiting, and appetite stimulation. Smoked marijuana, however, is a crude THC delivery system that can also deliver harmful substances. The psychological effect of these drugs, such as anxiety reduction, sedation, can influence their potential therapeutic value. Those effects are primarily undesirable for certain patients and situations and beneficial for others. In addition, psychological effects can complicate the interpretation of other aspects of the drug's effect. There are numerous legal drugs that doctors can prescribe to you that can relieve pain, but may cause horrible side effects and become addicting. Vicodin, Percocet, oxycodone, and other painkillers are known to be highly effective, and many abuse them. Marijuana can be proven to help relieve symptoms of many common conditions such as AIDS, HIV, Alzheimer's, arthritis, Crohn's, depression, eating disorders, epilepsy, fibromyalgia, glaucoma, MS, nausea associated with chemotherapy, and any sort of physical pain, and Tourette's. While marijuana can be beneficial for medical purposes, it can also have a positive effect on the government. According to psu.edu, if medical marijuana were legal, the government would benefit from it. In California, medical marijuana is $1 billion a year business. The state's patients are consuming between 870 million and 2 billion worth of medical marijuana per year. That can translate between 70 billion and 120 million in tax revenue for the state if it can be taxed like other herbal medicines. However, since the federal government does not recognize the state's legislation of medical marijuana, many dispensaries do not pay sales tax and hide their financial record, since it can be used against them in federal investigation. Legalizing the usage of medical marijuana across the country could bring 40 billion to 100 billion in new revenue. It would be taking this revenue from organized and violent crime leaders and putting into the U.S. economy, which we all know could use as much help as it can get. The same thing happened during the 1933 Prohibition, so why would we not try it again? With that being said, many high-powered citizens have also given their opinion. Hillary Clinton, current U.S. Secretary of State, summed up the need for more discussion on the issue at a town meeting in Plymouth State College. While she was a New York State Senator, she said, "I don't think we've done enough research yet, although I think for people who are in extreme medical conditions and have evidence that it works, there should be availability under appropriate circumstances." With so many beneficial uses of marijuana, why use synthetic drugs with horrible side effects when you can use a natural pain reliever that comes from the ground and not from a chemical factory? I believe that legalizing marijuana for medicinal purposes should be thought about and should be considered again for the benefit of many medically dependent people.
That it?